I'll start with him. Okay. Everyone ready?
I'm ready.
Everyone good? Okay, Commissioner, first of all, hearing 7 people shot here tonight, a lot of violence in Baltimore lately. This is just the latest incident.
I think to hear 7 people shot in a cluster is outrageous for this city, and it's unacceptable for us as a whole. We have hundreds of officers out here over the last several nights. I was out here last night, started my work day at 8 a.m. and I got off at about 3 a.m. along with my command staff. And actually we have started seeing a decrease in the violence in the city. We've had a rash of clusters of people being shot at one time. This appears to have been a dice game, an illegal dice game that was taking place out here. Most likely, we don't know what the motive is, but what I know from history is usually when you have incidents like this, some type of connectivity to a robbery or trying to take money or conflict along those lines. At 9:15, we got a call and we responded out here. We found a 15-year-old male who is deceased at this point in time, who was shot on the corner. We responded immediately. Some of the other 6 victims, non-fatal victims, have had police histories. They have come in contact with us at different times. And we know for a fact at least one of the victims out here has been shot prior. We're on it. We're following up police at this point.
So you said one of the persons shot had been shot before?
Yes, they have had some criminal activity. What we're seeing right now in our eastern and our western district is that the violence that you're talking about, that we have been on top of it. We've made a number of arrests. We've taken a lot of guns off the streets over the last several weeks and throughout the year as a whole, and we'll get on top of this.
What do you do? We went and talked to a couple people on the other side, and she can't get into her house, and lots of kids out there. What do you tell people who just going to work?
I think I ask people right now is to have a little patience. We have a young man out here who has lost his life. What is critical right now is to gather evidence so we can bring the people who did this to justice, and I think that's critical. We will do everything that we can to make sure that people are comfortable. We will get them in their house. We just ask for a little patience right now.
And we heard a couple of the victims actually flagged down officers. Were they running from the scene? Do you know that or no?
Yes, we have a lot of officers out here. As I was sharing with you tonight, we had heavy deployments in the area. We were in the right place. This is not one of the areas that we think that we would have activity out here. And as the victims got shot, they ran to officers who were about a block away that we had deployed out here. We had another party that was going on. We were taking care of that to make sure that there was no issues that came out of that. And then over here, where we didn't expect it, we had some activity that took place.
Commissioner, this is a second weekend in a row with multiple cluster shootings, as you call them. Why do you think we're seeing more of them on the weekends?
I don't know so much it's on the weekend, but for this year, what I've been told by my command staff is that we've had more cluster shootings here. And we seem to count them in individuals, but what we're having is large groups of people being shot, 5 at a time, 6 at a time. The incidents for this city are about the same as they were last year and the last couple of years. It's just a large number have been impacted, and we're asking that same question right now. Why is that occurring, and why are innocent people in our eastern and western part of our city being hit in these clusters? And I think the bottom line is what we have to get to for a city, because we're deploying heavy numbers out here. We're taking a lot of guns off the streets. We're making very good arrests out here, and the officers are doing a very good job out here. We have to ask our city, and we have to ask ourselves, is that we need to modify our behavior. We can't have officers on every block, on every corner. Like we say it here, we deployed heavy numbers in this area. We have to start asking ourselves as a community that we have to put our foot down and we have to modify our behavior. This is not how you deal with conflict within the city.
Do you have any information on possible suspects?
We do. We don't have visible leads right now. There's some things that we think are out there that we have to follow up. This is really, really fresh for us. When you have scenes like this, they're always chaotic at the beginning. What we have to take is the hyperbole and the hearsay right now and move that away and try to figure out the facts, and that'll take a little time.
Do you know if it was somebody who was involved in the dice game or somebody who just came up and started shooting?
Yes, but I don't want to share that information.
So guys, thank you, Commissioner. I plan on sending out an email to the desks probably in another hour. I'll send out if we have any last minute updates tonight. Then I'll follow up tomorrow.